Okay, so let's review this problem. It says find the mean, variance, and standard deviation for the data set. So first, let's go ahead and find the mean. And by now, hopefully, we all know how to find the mean. When you find the mean, which is represented by the variable x with a line over it, like this. Whenever you see that variable x with a line over it, you know that they're asking for the mean. And the way we find the mean is we find the sum total of all the numbers in the data set, and then we divide by the number of data points in the data set, the number of terms. So when I add all these numbers together, 5 plus 15 plus 9 plus 3 plus 12 plus 8 plus 11 plus 13 plus 6 plus 18, I get 100. And there are 10 numbers in this data set, so to find the mean, I'm going to do 100 divided by 10, which is 10. So now that I know that my mean is 10, I need to use that information to find the variance. So I'm going to organize myself and my work by making a table. And in this first column, I'm going to have my x values, which are all the numbers in the data set. In the second column, I'm going to have my x values minus the mean. This is called the deviation. And in the third column, I'm going to have my x values minus the mean squared. And this is called the squared deviation. Okay? So my numbers in this data set in order from least to greatest are 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 18. Should always count to make sure you're not missing any numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, not missing any numbers. In this second column, I'm now going to take each one of these numbers and subtract the mean, 10, from it. So we've got 3 minus 10, and that equals negative 7. 5 minus 10 equals negative 5. 6 minus 10 equals negative 4. 8 minus 10 equals negative 2. 9 minus 10 equals negative 1. 11 minus 10 equals 1. 12 minus 10 equals 2. 13 minus 10 equals 3. 15 minus 10 equals 5. And 18 minus 10 equals 8. Now that I have all of these numbers, my x values minus the mean, I need to take those numbers and square them. That's what this means here. Notice how it's the same thing, but squared. So I have to take these numbers, these values here, that I just got from doing this work, and square them. So negative 7 squared is 49. Negative 5 squared is 25. Negative 4 squared is 16. Negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 1 squared is 1. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 5 squared is 25. And 8 squared is 64. A lot of work, I know, it's a lot of steps, but each step in itself is not really that difficult. Now, in order to find the variance, I need to find the mean for this set of squared deviations. So I went ahead and I got these squared deviations, and now I need to find the mean for this set of numbers. So basically the same thing that I did at the beginning, add them all together and divide by the number of data points, which we know is 10. So when I add these numbers together, the sum total of these numbers, 49 plus 25 plus 16 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 25 plus 64 is 198. And 198 divided by 10 is 19.8. So let me put this up here. I know that my mean is 10. I know that my variance now is 19.8. Okay? And so the last thing I need to do is to find the standard deviation. And the standard deviation is just the variance. You take the variance and you get the square root of the variance. Okay? So my standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So I'm going to find the square root of 19.8, which is 4.449719. And let's go ahead and round that to the nearest hundredth. So the 9 tells the 4 to go up 1 and become a 5. So we're going to say that the standard deviation is approximately 4.45. So standard deviation is approximately 4.45. All right. I hope this helps you out.